G'day guys, Chris here. Great to see you. On Sunday we have the last in our Vision series, How Grace Grows Us. So we've seen how grace defines us, how grace transforms us, how grace unites us, and this week how grace grows us. And just looking what it looks like for more and more people to be transformed by grace, thinking about our new church vision, and then also thinking about a 5-year goal, a whole church working together to see more and more people transformed by grace. And you might be thinking through, what does that mean? What does that look like? And fantastic. I'm not trying to have all the answers at this point. Really, that might just provoke a whole bunch of questions. And I think that's excellent. That's great. And so for us to be thinking that one through together. But just off the back of last week, thinking about how grace unites us, this experience of the gospel brings together a people of God, and our Sunday gatherings week by week are an expression and anticipation of the great gathering around God in heaven. And so it's been greatly troubling during the pandemic, not being able to gather, not being able to sing, not being able to do the things we'd normally do. And so even before this last lockdown, I had a 1-year goal for us to value and experience our Sunday gatherings as the center of our church life together as we gather for God. Gather for Him, to hear His word, to sing His praises, to pray to Him. And for us to kind of undo some of the things that the pandemic had done. For us to also connect our ministries into our Sunday congregational life. For us to do that. And then this last lockdown happens and you think, wow, okay, the pandemic really has hurt that part of our church experience. So I think it's a good goal for us to have. But I think it's certainly going to be a bumpy road. The vaccinations aren't a clear-cut solution to this pandemic. But we want to value and experience our Sunday gatherings as the centre of our church life together, whatever that looks like. Well, the bumpy road has begun. During the week, the government announced that the stay-at-home orders would be relaxed for those that were fully vaccinated. When we hit 70%. So the Monday after that 70% target is hit. Which means that obviously about 70% of people, about 30% of people will still be under those stay-at-home orders, but about 70% of people will be able to move more freely in our community, including church. So we've been treated the same as everyone else. We're going to have a 4 square metre rule, no singing, but those that are vaccinated will be able to gather. Now, I take it that it deeply grieves us that the government still isn't allowing people to gather with us, our brothers and sisters. We're a family, and 30% of us won't be able to do that. So I think that we need to keep on pressing upon the government. What's the plan? What's the way to move forward? The default is that we should be able to do what we like, but obviously these health orders, the government's placing restrictions on us, and so we should be calling on the government to take those steps, whatever they think are necessary to be able to bring, allow people to gather again, for this not to be something that's delayed. But I think in that interim period of time, one of the difficulties will be that the government is building the expectation that wherever you go will only be vaccinated people, including church. And I think that we don't want that to happen for too long because it's an unreasonable expectation to build. That basically people who aren't vaccinated or vaccinated yet don't get to participate in normal life, don't get to participate in our family church life. So I think we need to realise that there's a whole bunch of different people who can be at church. There's a whole bunch of dangers that can happen at church. There's all kinds of things that could happen. At my previous church, I had a deal with one of the wardens that if someone came in with a gun, he and I would both run after this person and try to stop them. One of us might be killed. There's a bomb threat checklist next to the phone. There's all kinds of things that make church relatively dangerous. We can't guarantee that everything will be safe in life. So I think that the government will build this expectation up, but may have difficulty undoing it. And I think that is going to be true of us also. So I think this is all just going to be part of the bumpy ride, but we want to gather together and we want to love each other. That whoever you are, whatever your opinions are on vaccination, that the big issue is the coming judgment of God. And we want people to hear the message of grace and mercy and peace in our Lord Jesus Christ. And we want to love each other in the midst of this. We don't want this to be a cause of division in our church, but we want this to be an experience where we have the opportunity to love each other. And it grieves us deeply that our brothers and sisters, that we can't gather together as a family. But I look forward to seeing you in whatever way on Sunday. That's probably going to be down the lens of a camera. A few people in the building making things work. But look forward to being able to gather together soon and have all of these restrictions lifted. So look forward to seeing you soon.